Brian Voss sliding by. And if you want to kind of look at a profile of both these players, Voss averaged 193 during the tournament, the 42 games during the week on this championship pair, whereas opponent Benoit averaged 233. Now you see Voss coming right at you, playing between the second, third arrows. That's the track area. When players refer to the track, they usually mean between the second and third arrows on the right-hand part of the lane.
Okay. Now the man that received so much acclaim in his big year in throwing that perfect 300 game here on ABC, Bob Benoit. Ten pin on the right lane for this 5'9" professional. A little heavier than Chris Warren at 150 pounds. A little older, 36 years of age.
Blows in that thumb hole to keep it nice and warm, gives you good feel in the ball, switches ball to a low surface friction ball, cross lane for the 10.
You know, coming up next, ABC Sports heads to one of the most scenic golf courses in the world in Hawaii for an exciting event of the year, the Legends, the Seniors Skins Game. Nicholas, Trevino, Palmer, Player, and Rodriguez head-to-head. Big money riding on every hole. Senior Skins Game next here on ABC. Leaving a 3-pin, Bob Benoit in the left lane.
Still in the announce booth with us, John Burkett, pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. John bowled in the tournament, averaged 206, finished 74th. And John, we thank you for bowling in the tournament and being with us. And one last comment from you before we go on with this game.
Oh yeah, Bo, I just had a great time this week, and I'd like to thank Fred Forrester for giving me the opportunity to come here. And also thanks to you, Bo, and Chris for having me up here.
Well, as Bob Benoit converts that spare, Chris Schenkel, I'm sure we'll see more of John Burkett on television with the baseball and hopefully in a few years with the bowling ball. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Every baseball fan should become a fan of John's because there's no finer guy. From Beaver, Pennsylvania, John Burkett. And Brian Voss. Opening with a spare in his second game, strike now here in the second frame. He won 221 to 188 over Chris Warren in the first match. The winner of this game, if you just joined us, will go against Mike Edwards, who was on our telecast last week. And then our tournament leader, Mark Thayer of Lafayette, Indiana.
Good shot. Good shot.
Brian, he is mic'd. Up the split, leading the 4-7.
Voss trying to finesse the ball in on the left-hand lane. He has struggled a little bit in both matches on that lane. The first frame he was light, leaving the 5-8 spare. Just reduces his speed just a pinch and goes a fraction high, leaving the 4-7. But he's on the right track.
Winner of our first two tournaments this year, David Ozio, finished in a tie for 33rd with Mike Jasnow. Spare up, third frame.
Bob Benoit, just an absolutely classic type style, using the left side of the lane. Check his wrist on the backswing, full cup. Now inside out swing right next to that left leg, plays the big hook. And Chris, he's one of the players that made the transition from being a down and in or straight type shooter to the cranker style today. And how he did it is he started with like a 10-pound ball and he let it roll back on his wrist, then a 12, then a 14. Now he's up to 16. He's got that cup style. And right now he can take the lead with a strike.
Broke it up, leaving only the 10-pin, Bob Benoit. He, since that perfect 300 game in 1988, has not had any luck
Watch the head pin. Gets behind the 4 and the 2 and gets a great love tap on the 2 and knocks it out, leaving the 10 pin. And we can see a pattern definitely establishing here. It's going to be the man who can hit the left-hand lane. As you see the full grip of Benoit's, the man who can hit the left-hand lane is going to be the man to beat.
All right, we're nearing the halfway point of our second game in the ARC Pinole Open. More of it after this. Grand Prairie, Texas, place we'd love to go to. We'll have good games like the one going on right now. Brian Voss, 4th frame, spare working right lane. And Brian left the 10 pin. Out on the tour, these professionals often need help. And one of the best teachers ever is a PBA Hall of Famer named John Jowdy. We wish him a speedy recovery in a San Diego hospital. A little stomach ulcer problem, I believe, but his wife is a nurse in the hospital, Brenda, so I know she'll take good care of him. All right, Brian Voss with a spare as we go to Bo.
Thank you, Chris. Mike Edwards, you'll be in the semifinal match. Mike, did you expect the lane condition to be this tough, and what's your game plan?
I didn't really expect it to be this tough. I'm probably going to have to play in and be pretty firm and straight with it. Doesn't like you can hook it too much.
Good tip from Mike Edwards right there. When lane conditions get tough, get more to the center of the lane, make those spares, and stay close in the match. Mike, good luck. Chris?
All right, Brian Voss, left lane. 5th frame. He had 8 strikes in his victory over Chris Warren, shooting a 221 to Chris's 188. Closely looking at the pins, how they're set, is Bob Benoit. Didn't ask for a re-rack, so he'll be up on the approach. Spare up, 5th frame. All even, and here's his shot.